From Joseph and Mary taking a selfie with baby Jesus to the three wise men bringing gifts from Amazon on their Segways, I think it's safe to say times have changed a little bit, or even a lot a bit. Whether or not you see this modern take on Christ's birth to be sacrilegious or humorous, it almost forces a conversation among believers of all ages, which can be very interesting. How far is too far? And why can't we keep the same image of tradition that we have known? Well, here at P27, we aim to join the conversation. So let's get into it. This is a P27 podcast.
Audible Article.
First and foremost, the nativity scene we have all grown up seeing is iconic and full of tradition. There's no argument there. Every year around Thanksgiving, we climb the attic ladder and dust off the boxes to set out the beloved scene depicting the birth of our Savior. The Bible describes the night, and if you've ever read Luke 2, you can't argue, we got it pretty freaking close. But, even still, the scene we observe each year is a rendering of what we think it would have looked like. I mean, let's face it, cameras weren't around back then, and you sure couldn't follow Mary's Insta feed to see her latest selfie pic. So on one hand, the modern take on the sacred event is just a spin of what it may have looked like if the birth of Christ was set in today's culture, right? Not so much. We also have to take into consideration that Jesus would not have been born in America. What? Yeah, crazy, right? But what would it look like today? If the Savior of the world was born into a hipster family set in America, I think Hipster Nativity scene probably nailed it. The question can still be asked, though, if this depiction only brings an irreverent connotation with aim to dishonor and mock such a humble story of Christ's birth. At the end of the day, we all have to come to our own conclusion. But I'm pretty sure it's safe to assume most Christ followers this season will not be setting out their hipster scene in their homes. No matter which side you fall on, something worth pondering would be the ability to ask, why not? What's wrong with doing things a little different? If the way we do different does not take away from the honor of Christ. To be honest, the reaction Hipster Nativity provokes is one that P27 welcomes, that of challenging traditions and questioning why we can be so stuck in those traditions. So, don't just do what you've always done because quote-unquote, it's always been that way, but align your life to the truth of the Bible and God's leading, even if it means breaking out of a little tradition to do so. This has been a P27
Audible Article.